My name is Nguyễn, and I actually have a background in education and nonprofit. During my undergraduate, I actually was hoping to become a teacher and eventually realized that I wanted to start a nonprofit one day, really empowering youth. So I decided to switch my major to economics. And my first job was actually with Catholic Relief Services and really focusing on impact investing and providing water access to people in Latin America. And I currently work at the United States Institute of Peace, kind of changing gears a little bit, but focusing on the Vietnam War Legacies and Reconciliation Initiative. So really focusing on building a better relationship between the United States and Vietnam, especially from the impacts of the Vietnam War that happened almost 50 years ago. As a Vietnamese American growing up, I didn't have a lot of mentors who looked like me, and especially as being a Vietnamese American, we face a multitude of different challenges that our peers may not have experiences with. And so during COVID, I actually started a mentorship program for Vietnamese college students in the DC metropolitan area. And especially during this difficult time, I know that students were really struggling to not only discover themselves, but also have an outlet to connect with other Vietnamese Americans. So I created this virtual program that connected 15 youth to 15 Vietnamese American professionals in the DC area. And there were dentists, software engineers, and so many different people from different backgrounds, but it was amazing to see them coming together every month for one-on-one sessions, but also we provided professional development topics as well. And also it was fun to get together for some socials. We had trivia night on different Vietnamese American facts. And so it was a really great program, and it's so great to see where the students are now. Growing up, I didn't actually know about mentorship. I kind of had people in my life who I looked up to, but really didn't understand the concept of mentorship. So someone in my life who I really looked up to growing up was my older sister. She was only 1 year older than me, but she had made such a big impact on my life, especially with my parents not being able to speak English and really not being understanding how to navigate going to school and things like that. So I really had to look up to her, and I so admired her bravery for, going to school and making all these first steps really in our family. And so I really look up to her, and I still look up to her now. And she's just so incredible, and she really inspires me to become the best version of myself. Someone who really inspires me is my mentee, and her name is Trinity. I met her my senior year of college, and at that time, I personally didn't think I could be a mentor, and I decided to just kind of take a chance and become her mentor. And even now, 5-6 years later, I still stay in touch with her. She is going to school now to become a chef. Her food is her inspiration, and that's actually how we first connected. She loves Mexican food and actually never went to Chipotle. So I took her to Chipotle for the first time, and just remembering her eyes lighting up when she had her first bowl of Chipotle was just so heartwarming, and something that I still remember and cherish to this day, and knowing that I can make an impact on others. And from then on, I've just really taken other youth under my wings, and even in informal ways, helping them out with college especially. As Miss Bethesda, I've been able to go around to different schools in Maryland and DC and just talk about the importance of mentorship, but also that career, that journey from middle school to high school to college, and how leadership and mentorship is incorporated in those journeys. And again, through these various programs, I've been able to just help so many youth, and I become so empowered by them. I found out about Mentor Maryland DC about 3 years ago, and through their virtual trainings, because that was kind of the time during COVID. So I attended a lot of the virtual programs, and then finally, I think the Maryland Youth Advocacy Day was my first in-person event with Mentor Maryland DC, and just fell in love with my experience. seeing the room full of passionate youth, but also leaders who are empowering youth and the staff of Mentor Maryland DC, I knew that I wanted to continue being involved with this wonderful organization. So I contacted Dayon, and he connected me with so many different resources. And now I'm just excited to volunteer for Mentor Maryland DC, really pushing, trying to find gaps within mentorship within Maryland and DC, and really trying to figure out how I can best help and support the team. And really excited, we're doing a lot of different initiatives with youth advisory councils, hoping to get more superintendents as mentorship champions across Maryland and DC. And again, just working together to get more youth involved in this mentorship effort. Being Vietnamese American, I'm very proud of both identities, being Vietnamese and an American. And I actually have visited Vietnam 2 times now, but just seeing, especially in Vietnam, there are a lot of rural areas that a lot of youth aren't aware of mentorship and the resources and the power of mentorship. And so my goal is to be able to go to Vietnam and help youth in these areas where mentorship may not be known about. And I think kind of my first step is really creating something here in the United States, connecting Vietnamese and American youth and seeing how mentorship can connect them through that. And I think developing this program would really expand opportunities for not just American youth to learn about Vietnam, but for Vietnamese youth to learn about America, and again, be connected to different job opportunities, different opportunities that are provided here in Vietnam and the United States. And I'm excited for mentors' support and hoping to make my dreams come true. I think relationships are so important, and that's something that I've really come to understand growing up. And it's important that we value each other's opinions and ideas and really get to understand where people are coming from. And I think that's really how we can connect with people and really inspire them to become a better individual and for them to continue on to be mentors. I hope that my mentees continue to grow and learn and eventually become mentors to other youth in our world today so that we can build a better future for all. One of my mentors that I had in college is actually still my mentor today, and she really inspired me. She actually got me into pageantry because I never thought that I could do pageants. I was helping out, with backstage and helping other contestants prepare, and she came to me one day and said, "Why don't you try it?" And I thought to myself, me being Vietnamese American and really not believing in myself. And she really guided me and inspired me. And now this next month, I am competing for Miss Maryland, which I never thought I would. But she actually just became the first Asian American mayor of my hometown. And she continues to break down barriers and really just challenging others around her. And that really inspires me to become the person that I want to be and go after my dreams. My relationship superpower is I love just sending random texts to people to just check in with them. And I think it's so important, especially friends that I've made along the way and mentees that I've had, in years past. Sometimes relationships kind of drift off or, you move away and things change. But I love just being able to send my friends and my mentees texts, checking in on them, whether it's "How are you today?" or "I hope you've been doing well." And I think having those continued relationships is so important to build because you never know when someone's having a bad day, and a simple text could cheer them up or give them hope and give them power to strive for excellence and just go through their days to again just become who they are. I believe that mentoring for everyone means that mentoring is for anyone who comes from different backgrounds. I believe it's a universal connection that we can all create in our world. It doesn't matter what race you are, what age you are, what's your gender, what your socioeconomic background is. Anyone can get a mentor or become a mentee, and I believe it goes both ways. Mentees who are empowered to become mentors, I think that's truly special when that relationship is kind of a 360. And I believe that everyone should be able to believe in themselves to be mentors, just as I believed in myself. And I think, again, it's so important that mentorship connects individuals from all walks of life. Another project that I recently started was a mentorship journey journal. And exciting news, it actually just printed and I was able to give it out to some students yesterday at a local high school in Maryland. And this is a project that I've been working on for the past few months, really with the assistance of mentorship champions in our community, including Mentor Maryland DC, providing input on that. And I'm just excited to hopefully have this tool for youth in our state and DC to understand the importance of mentorship, as mentorship isn't taught in some schools. And I'm hoping by visiting these different schools or giving this journal to different students in our community that they can understand what mentorship is at an early age and understand how they can find a mentor, what they're looking for in a mentor and what they need help with, and to really flourish in their mentorship journeys. I'm really hoping this journal can be a tool for everyone who's in need of a mentor.